Previously on
Pollock on the
Balls.
phone. Hey, Polly.
All right, and you?
All right, thank you. You're in London at the moment. You've got Skype there. You're the only person I know who's got 3 different Skype addresses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and what?
Way.
All right, and we hope we do get you on Skype because your phone line's breaking up at the moment. We're dialing the one that's got a picture of your beautiful wife with a mug and bean cup in her hand.
No, that'll be home.
Okay, so you don't want us talking to Trish while we're on air here.
She's not there.
Okay, she's not there. All right. Well, look, the phone seems to be better now, so we can just have a chat to you on the telephone then.
Cool.
How's it going? Must be very, very jovial South Africans around the UK at the moment.
Yeah, they are. I mean, obviously very excited about the way they've played history and last night was wonderful again. And then obviously the thing is that Strauss is now quit England captain and so quite a bit behind you.
Polly, I think we're going to dial you back. I'll tell you why. The phone signal seems to be breaking up a bit. So we're going to redial you in just a moment, okay? And on the chat, it's not a very, very good line. Generally, signal's pretty good in the UK, so hopefully...
Wait, he's phoning us.
Oh, hold on, there we go. It might be his wife, though. Polly, is that you? On Skype now? There we go. Okay, don't worry about the phone call then. We found you. You found us. There we go. So, we can carry on now on Skype.
I'm not as technically challenged as you think.
No, there we go, and it sounds so much better as well.
Yeah.
All right, so as we were saying, let me just cut the call off. Happy people around the UK, and as everyone is tweeting, Graham Smith has now retired 3 England captains.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if we'll look at it from that perspective, but I mean, I suppose the performance of South Africa on those 3 tours has put paid to the captaincy of 3 players. But I think, I mean, when it comes to retirement, you obviously look at guys and you want to celebrate what they've achieved rather than looking for the reasons why they've decided to retire. And I think Strauss has been wonderful for England. He's taken them to 2 Ashes victories as captain. He's played 100 tests, 50 as captain. So I think, he's been wonderful. And he talked in his press conference about the fact that it's just really been the lack of runs as of late. And he's just felt that weighted pressure on his shoulders. And it wasn't to do with the KP incident. I'm sure it would have had its part to play. At that stage, when you're looking to retire and those kind of things, everything that gets heaped on your shoulders tends to accumulate. And I'm sure that experience over those few weeks wouldn't have helped.
I see Simon looking as well, and I know we're both thinking exactly the same thing. Before we unravel all of this, you look like in a 1970s Led Zeppelin movie or video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that behind you?
Oh, this is the wallpaper. I don't know. You have a look close up.
Jeez.
Gee, it's like some... it's one of those movies you got to warn
Very
people.
nice.
It's...
And then I'll show you outside. It's surprise, it's pouring with rain.
There we go. Wet day in the UK. What are you looking over there?
There's an athletics track. It's in one of their parks. There's athletics track, tennis courts. It's called actually at Chelsea Bridge.
Okay.
And there's an old power station to the left here that Chelsea Football Club
Yes.
tried to acquire to go and build their new soccer stadium, but they didn't win that battle. So
Battersea.
It's not the first thing they're going to lose over the last few months and next few months as well. So, who do you support, by the way?
Manchester United.
Oh, Polly.
Oh, gosh.
Polly. You're a man of good judgment, and then you just follow the troop. I mean, you've always been a leader. Now,
I'll give you the story.
yeah, okay.
Better have been 12.
In the 80s,
Yeah,
watched English football for the first time live on
Super
whatever-
Sport.
probably, or
Yeah.
whatever it was in those days. Gary Bailey in goal. They mentioned he was a South African. He's wearing his green outfit.
Yeah.
Sitting next to my dad, and he's telling me that he's been to Old Trafford and the Munich air disaster. I'm an 8-year-old, I was impressionable. So
Okay.
that was it. Made my decision.
See,
I'm
you-
not one of those guys who jumped on the bandwagon as of late.
Lucky you didn't watch the what was it, the 1977 FA Cup final where Gary was also in goal and Alan Sunderland lobbed one over his head and Arsenal won 3-2. Otherwise, you might have been a gunner.
I was too young.
I'll hear them both and be Liverpool.
I don't think you were born yet. Well, what year were you born?
73.
Oh,
39,
73. Okay, 39 now. Hey, Polly. All right, let's get to the issues at hand then. So, okay, so Strauss is gone. I was looking yesterday at Alistair Cook's face during the latter part of the England knock. For some reason, I don't know, we didn't have the commentary up, so they must have been talking about him. But he's been done by the same ball so many times in the Test series and now by Lonwabu yesterday. He wasn't looking all that happy, and there was not much communication between him and Andy Flower. Now they've made him captain.
Yeah, who actually commented in the box was not on air, but we saw the batting coach who was sitting like this.
Gucha, he wasn't looking happy.
Coach was sitting like this, and the captain was sitting like this. I said, well, I don't know, I'm not a body language expert, but it doesn't look pretty good. Yeah, I think, they're in a bit of a situation now because, Strauss in the Test, for example, he was a big player for them. Peterson's not there, so you want to go with 3 or 4 inexperienced players to India on their next Test trip. It could be a bit difficult for them, so
yeah,
that's the challenge they face. But yeah, there's no doubt we've outplayed them so far, and in many ways, with what's going on, the captaincy retiring, the Kevin Peterson, they are up for the picking. So if we can continue to do our basics well, there's no reason why we shouldn't end up on top.
How much of a team psychology or team strategy is it to try and disrupt the team? Because they definitely seem like an off-field a team that's disrupted off the field. There's a lot more than just the KP thing. I think that was a catalyst. But do sides like South Africa, do they go there going, there's a psychological warfare that goes on off the field and around the games? Is that a discussion that you guys have as well?
No, we definitely in the team we used to discuss. When it comes down to individuals, as a team you always regroup and you come back out as though you're going to try and perform well. But in those first 5 or 10 overs, that's the opportunity to put your foot back on their head and just knock them down again. And there's no doubt with what's going on. If South Africa, as I say, if they keep doing their basics well and they keep putting England under pressure, and you could even talk about it on the field, about the pressure and the weight of expectancy on their shoulders, and there'll be different things mentioned, but there's no doubt that you do. When you detect that something's wrong with the opposition, you need to make sure that you use it to your advantage.
Simon?
Polly, what's left to say about Hashim Amla? 150 or 124 balls. This guy is just phenomenal. You kind of run out of stuff to say.
Yeah, he has him. He's having the tour of his life. He's been in fine form, and England are actually even giving him a few more opportunities when he does manage to hit the ball in the air to them. So, life's an absolute breeze for him. But he's become such a dependable part of the South African setup and the batting lineup. In the old days it used to be, well, if Jacques doesn't get runs, where are we going to get the other runs from now? But now everyone's standing up, and as I say, in the last 2 or so years, Hashim has been just unbelievable. Not only in Test cricket and one-day cricket, and he really has just shown how adaptable he is. Averaging 50 in Test, one-day cricket at a strike rate of 95 is just a huge effort from right to top of the order.
And we've got to repeat once again that in Test cricket, remember when he started, very much in the Jacques Cullis vein, struggled a bit. I think he was averaging in the low 20s. Some people were calling for his head. You look at his Test average now, which has just popped over 50. Put into perspective from where he came from to what he's done over the last few years. He must be averaging around about 70 plus since that period.
Yeah, and he's been unbelievable with the way. Everyone struggles at some stage. You're going to have your own little technical flaws that you need to get through. There was never any doubt about him from the powers of concentration and the ability to play long innings. And once he's ironed out those little technical flaws, he's a disciplined character, both on and off the field, and he's reaping the rewards of that.
Yeah. I was having this chat last night, and look, I might be missing something, or might have missed some information somewhere down the line. But Hashim Amla never been involved in the IPL. Is it a personal thing, or am I missing something somewhere, or what's the story with that?
No, I think he's just wanted to rest. I think. There was talk at one stage. I think we even at the Mumbai Indians were interested in finding out whether he was keen to come and put his name into the auction. But I think after his seasons, he's just really enjoyed going back and relaxing and not being involved in any more cricket. So, there's no doubt there would be a team that would snap him up. Yeah. But I don't think there's interest for him.
Yeah, it almost, when we were having a chat last night, I thought it must only be a personal thing, because he would certainly be around about the $2 million player mark, surely. With his record in one-day cricket, and as you say, with the strike rate that he's got and the confidence that he's batting with, he would be up there with the $2 million boys.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it also depends on how this T20 World Cup goes. Because, it's always about how they perform at that stage. Tends to determine what sort of price tag they get.
Just clarify another thing for us, Polly, and that is with that win yesterday, are South Africa now number one in ODI cricket? Was it just that game, or is it in the whole series?
No, it's a bit of a fluid system, if you want to put it that way. It changes after every game.
Okay.
So for now, we're rated number one, but if we lose the next game, then we go back to number two. So I think we just have to make sure, if we win the series, ends up we stay at number one, but it's not by many points. So it's not like we've got any sort of buffer.
And when you held the mace for Test cricket, which was the first time we had it, I think just after they introduced it, we went to number one. We were number one in ODI cricket then as well. There was Australia there. So, I mean, were you the only other captain to hold both?
Yeah, I think we had to. There was obviously no T20 in those days.
Otherwise, you would have had that one as well, surely.
That's the way you're thinking.
Yeah, well, that's awesome stuff. I mean, we sit here today, number one in all three forms of the game. And I think one of the things that struck me last night, watching the game, was just how much depth we've got in our cricket now. And guys coming in, we're going to be chatting to hopefully Dean Algo a little later on. And these guys are coming into the side. They're putting their hand up. They're performing. I love the way Wayne Parnell's bowling again. He's mixing it up with those Yorkers. He's getting a bit of bend on the ball again, so he looks like he's back. And everyone just seems to be oozing so much confidence. Every single player.
Well, it does. It permeates through a team, and when you're playing well, and it doesn't matter what format of the game. When other members come into that squad, that confidence is there already. I mean, there's 6 different players from the starting 11 in the ODI compared to the Test team. So, that basically says to you what you've got a squad of 17, 18. With the T20 guys, even 20 players who are all doing their job and playing well. So that's great. That's what situation you want to find yourself in.
Simon?
Polly, I don't know if you picked it up on the stump mic, but could you hear the banter going on between Kieswetter and the South Africans? It looks like someone was ribbing someone.
No, I didn't. I mean, we don't. If we're not on air, then you can't hear what they're saying because only the guys who are speaking at that time are privy to it. But as long as it wasn't in Afrikaans or any text messages, we'll be right.
Well, I think it might have been a sort of a Cape Townian thing going on there because he got Graham Smith, I think, in the South African innings, if I'm not mistaken. So when he left, there was a lot of head turning and mouthing going on. But I had the sound out, so I couldn't hear, and I don't think they would have put that on there anyway. But he wasn't a happy chap. So there must have been something said.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
All right. So next game's when?
Friday at the Oval.
Friday at the Oval. We win that one. We can't lose the series. And we will entrench our position at number one. It's looking really nice for South Africa. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, Polly. So Simon's got one final one.
Last thing. I'm not sure if you heard, Polly, but just regarding the IPL, DLF have parted ways. They're looking for a new sponsor.
No more DLF Maximums.
Yep. Ravi Shastri is going to be upset.
Okay. Well, I'll have to pronounce some other form of hitting a 6.
They said that
I was surprised. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll still be for the Champions League involved, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there'll be a sponsor that steps up to the plate. It's a big event.
Yeah, they must be queuing up with all the TV and the hype and stuff that they give the sponsors. They won't battle to get somebody there. Maybe it'll be the Hero Honda Maximum or something like that. But we'll find out soon enough. Polly, enjoy the rest of the stay. Thanks for chatting to us today on a very, very, very clear and good Skype link. We're going to take what we've just done now. I'm going to put some Led Zepp to that. So people can watch what you're sitting in front of that background.
Not my decor, eh? It's not my decor.
Is that a cushion or wallpaper? I'm trying to figure out.
No, it's wallpaper.
Oh, is it? Okay, it looked like one of those like cushions.
Looks like a parachute to me.
It looks like you're in a booth somewhere.
No.
Yeah. All right. Polly, thanks a lot, bud. Enjoy the rest of it. And hopefully the weather clears up a little bit for you there today, okay?
Okay, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers,
Here we go. Shaun Pollock joining us on Skype from the UK.
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on balls.co.za. Balls.co.za.